Story time. Let me take you back to when I was fresh out of high school. No job, nothing. No money, no friends. Well, I have friends, but they weren't really friends outside of school. So here I am, no money in my pocket. The only thing I had was time. So there's this family friend. His name is Greg. I feel comfortable saying his name because he really doesn't give a fuck about nothing. So Greg is a veteran, but he used to be a drug addict. So being a veteran, he gets a good amount of money every month. So one day he walks up to me, he's like, "Hey, New, you know what we should do? We should take a trip to San Diego. All on me. I'll pay for it." Me, having no money and nothing but time, I say, you know what? Why not? I've got nothing else to do. All I'm going to do is sit here and play video games, so why not go see San Diego? The next logical thing I should have said was, how much money do you have? My dumbass, being unexperienced in asking questions, I didn't do it. So we went. So the day comes, we're taking the Greyhound. I should have known when we got on the Greyhound that this probably wasn't the best idea. It takes about 9 hours to go from Sacramento, California to San Diego, California. On the Greyhound, that's bumped up to like 11. I should have not went from there. But I was inexperienced. So I went anyways. Because what? I don't have nothing. I have nothing but time, so why not? Right? Wrong. So we're at the Greyhound station. We get on the bus. Everything's good. And this is the point where I knew I fucked up. So Greg's next to me. He goes like this. "Hey, dude. Hey, bro, look." I'm like, "Greg, what the fuck do you want, man? What? We're on the bus. Leave me alone. Look what I got." He opens up his backpack. "Look, bro." So I look in there like, "Greg, why do you have a backpack full of alcohol and drugs?" His response, "I'm going to party. Aren't you?" At this point in time, the bus was already moving, so it was too late to escape. I knew I fucked up. I looked him dead in the eyes, and I knew he was taking me on a terrible trip. And my dumbass volunteered. So we're on the bus for like 12 hours going to San Diego. Couple stops, Greg snoring. It's, a normal bus trip, long as hell. So about halfway there, 6 hours into the trip, I wake up to the sound of a zipper. I look over at Greg. "What are you doing?" "Shit, I'm starting a party. I need to drink." I'm like, "Really, dude? We're on the bus. You trying to get us kicked off before we even get there? Bro, don't worry about it. Stop being a pussy." So Greg's already drinking on the way there. Open alcohol containers all in the Greyhound. He don't give a damn about nothing. And as we get closer and closer, in my head, I just knew I was in trouble. So we finally get to San Diego. Sun's shining, it's beautiful. It looks very nice. We get off the bus. We're miles away from the beach area where we're supposed to be staying. So I'm like, "Greg, how we getting there? Are we getting a taxi?" He's like, "No, we're walking." I say, "No, we're getting a taxi. I'm not walking miles to the beach with my bags." So he gets a taxi. Taxi guy takes us to the beach area, drops us off. Greg starts walking towards the beach with all his luggage, his bags, everything. I look at Greg and I'm like, "Bro, where you going? Where's the hotel?" Greg turns around. "Hotel? Dude, we're in San Diego. We're going to sit on the beach. What do we need a hotel for?" "We're in San Diego. We're going to sit on the beach. What do we need a hotel for?" Are you fucking kidding me? Are you serious? So I look back at him. I say, "Greg, it is Friday. We are here till Monday. What do you mean We're sitting on the beach for 3 days? On the beach? What do I look like, a bum? Greg's like, dude, stop tripping. It's the beach. It's the beach. I'm like, bro, you're getting us a hotel room. I'm gonna knock your ass out. I am not sitting on the beach with my bags for 3 days. So we find us a hotel room. The hotel's nice. It's not that bad. It's okay. But it's close to the beach, so I'm guessing it was a little expensive. And he was not expecting to pay for that. So by the time we got in the hotel, it was nighttime. So I put my bags down, I pop on the bed, I'm ready to go to sleep. It's been a long trip and a long day. What does Greg do? Greg goes and sits at the desk in the hotel room, grabs his handy dandy backpack, opens it up, spreads all of his drugs on the table. He starts alphabetizing them by potency. He starts counting them. He starts planning his trip. I look over at Greg and I'm like, dude, what the hell? Where did you get all this crap from? Oh, here and there. No big deal. What's that? Oh, that's bath salts. I've never tried it before, but why not try it today? This was around the time that guy in, I think it was Florida, had the bath salts and ended up eating people's faces. So I was not about to sit in that room with him while he was high on bath salts. So I looked him in the face and I said, Greg, if you start tripping on these fucking drugs, I will kill you in this hotel because you're gonna die before I do. I'll tell you that. Greg says, don't worry. I'm an expert at this. I got this, okay? So Greg proceeds to do every single drug on that table and I take my ass to sleep. Wake up a couple hours later, middle of the night, and I look around the hotel and I don't see Greg. So then I notice the bathroom door is closed. So I go knock on the door. I say, Greg, are you okay? What's going on? You alive in there? Greg says, yeah, I'm fine. Something's trying to get in the window. He's trying to get into the window. So I'm like, Greg, what the hell are you talking about? And I open the door and Greg is looking at the windowsill. I'm like, Greg, what the fuck are you doing? There's a homeless guy out here and he's trying to take my medicine off the windowsill. The windowsill had a screen on it and it had bars on it. So he has a little pill sitting on the windowsill and he's staring at it, not even blinking. He's staring at it, waiting for this homeless person who's supposedly in the alley behind the hotel to reach through the screen or something and grab his medicine. I'm sitting there waiting for this to happen for like 10 minutes. Nothing happens. At this point, I knew Greg was high out of his fucking mind. So I said, Greg, go to sleep. You're tripping. So I closed the bathroom and I went back to sleep. So I wake up a couple more hours later. It's around 5 a.m. and I hear the door open. It's Greg. He's ready to go to the beach. 5 a.m. Sun's not even up. He's dressed. He's like, dude, I'm going to the beach. I'll see you out there. I'm like, all right, you have fun. I'm going back to sleep until it's human hours to be at the beach. So he leaves. I go back to sleep. Wake up another couple hours later, around 8 to 9, and Greg's still at the beach. So I give him a call, and I'm like, where are you at? He tells me where he's at. So I go out there. I'm dressed all nice. I'm having fun. This was the first day, so I was going to enjoy it. I'm out there. I'm watching all the girls, having fun with everybody, chilling on the beach, just relaxing, having a ball. So I spent a whole day doing that. It couldn't have been better. Greg's running around in the sand doing whatever he was doing. I wasn't paying attention to him. I was just enjoying the time there. So it gets late around 11 o'clock and I head back to the hotel because it's nighttime. Why would I be on the beach at nighttime? That's not something black people do. Greg says, I'm not going to the hotel. I'm staying out here. So I'm like, okay, dude, do you. So I go back to the hotel. Greg calls me like 10 minutes later. He's like, bro, you have to come back out here. I found a party. I'm like, you found a party on the beach at this time of night? Are you serious? He's like, bro, just come out here, please, please. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna come. So when I get out there, Greg walks me like a mile down the beach to some old wooden stairs. At the top of the stairs, I seen lights It looked like maybe somebody was playing video games or something in there. Nobody outside, just some old wooden stairs leading up to some place with windows and lights. So we go up there, and it's a college party. I don't know which college it was for. I don't know who any of these people are, but they were predominantly white people. So they open the door, they're like, dude, come in. Where have you been? How are you? I haven't seen you in forever. At this point, I knew these people were drunk as shit. So I played along. What else could I do? I'm like, oh, nice to see you, man. It's so good to see you again. It's been so long. How's the wife? How's the kids? How's the family? Oh, they're great, dude. They're great. Here, grab a beer. They hand me some drinks. I'm kind of cautious to drink this because maybe they're playing around. Maybe they're drugging me. I don't know. I don't know these people. But I throw caution to the wind and drink anyways. It's free drinks. Why the hell not? So I'm drinking till like 2 a.m. and I haven't pulled out $1. These people are just giving me shit. So then the party ends and we all spill outside. Everybody's drunk. I'm chilling. But I head back to the hotel. Greg stays outside again. Come the next morning, I wake up. I look over. Greg's not in bed. So I call him. I'm like, dude, where the hell are you? It's 9 o'clock. Oh, I'm still on the beach. I'm like, bruh, you been outside all night? Hell yeah, I've been outside all night. What else am I gonna do? So at this point, I was on medication for ADD. So I would take it every morning. It's a medication called Adderall. You might have heard of it. It's basically speed. So I open my bag and I look in there. I brung about 12 pills with me. I take one every morning. They're all gone. Greg had taken my pills that night before, and took 12 Adderall pills all at once, on top of bath salts and whatever other drugs he had. Greg was high out of his mind, and he was on speed, so he couldn't sleep. It all started to make sense of why he was out there all night partying. So I called Greg and I'm like, dude, you took all my shit? He's like, yeah, bro, sorry. I just seen it there, so I just took it. Fuck it. Why not? I'm pissed. I'm like, this man is out of control. I'ma fuck him up. But I let it go. I go to the beach. He's paying for this trip. I guess I'll give him some slack. I have a few friends in San Diego, so I text them and I'm like, what's a good beach to go to? Because I've already been at this beach. One of my good friends recommends I go to this beach called Mission Beach. So me and Greg take a bus and go there. After a couple hours of chilling on the beach, I hear the faint scream of some white women. I'm laying on the beach and I'm like, what is that? What is that? So I look to the left. I don't see anything, so I look to the right. In the far distance, I see some people running. I'm black, so I get up and I start running because I don't know what the fuck's coming, but obviously if it's scaring these white people, I need to be moving, right? So after running for a little while, I decide to turn around and see what I was running from. I look into the sky. The sun starts to get dark. So I'm like, what the fuck is this? So I turn around and I stop running and I look, trying to make out what is blocking the sun. The answer was bees. It was the biggest swarm of bees I've ever seen in my life. It looked like something out of a movie, a horror movie. It looked like Candyman was coming to that beach to kill my black ass. At this point, there's no more running to be done. They were coming too fast. And before I blinked, I was covered in a swarm of bees. Now, these bees weren't stinging me, but I don't fuck with bees. So I'm scared as hell. And apparently everybody else on the beach was too, because everybody was screaming and running. I finally get out of the swarm. I turn around and I'm like, good Lord. And I'm watching the carnage of all these people running from these bees. I don't know what the hell is going on. I don't know what kind of biblical plague God done sent on us, but it was crazy. As a matter of fact, I think I have a picture. You can look at it here. or I can make it bigger. Fucking bees, bro. Bees. What are the fucking chances that the day I go to the beach, it gets swarmed in biblical proportions of bees? What the hell is going on? Greg is still high out of his mind on everything that he could have brung, including the alcohol, which I forgot to mention he took with the drugs. So here comes Monday morning. Normal hotels checkout is around 11. So we check out. I'm ready to go home. I've had about enough of high Greg and the beach. Walking on the beach for 2 days, that's enough for me. I'm done. I'm ready to go back home. So it's 11 o'clock. We get out the hotel. We give the key back. We got our bags. I'm like, Greg, you better call a taxi. It's time to go. Greg looks at me and tells me that our bus doesn't leave till 9 p.m. and he doesn't have any more money. The anger. If this was a cartoon, steam would have came out of my ears. I wanted to choke the living life out of this guy. What do you mean you don't have any more money? We are miles away from the Greyhound station, dude. Miles. And we have our bags now. How are we going to reach the Greyhound? And why would you make the return trip 9 p.m. when the hotel lets out at 11 a.m.? And then it came back to me. He wasn't planning on staying in a hotel, so he didn't care about the return time. What the fuck was I doing here with this guy? I had fucked up. He was having a ball. I'm worried that I'm not gonna make it home. So somehow we come up with the money to take the train back to where the Greyhound dropped us off. When we get there, I'm looking for the buses. There are no buses. So I go up to somebody and I say, isn't this where the Greyhound station is? They look at me and they say, no. The Greyhound station is on the other side of downtown San Diego. This is just where they drop you off. The other side of downtown. More miles. Downtown is huge. We weren't even in downtown. So now I'm panicking. How the hell are we gonna get to the other side of downtown carrying these heavy ass bags? What's the answer to that? I guess we walk, right? So I'm mad as hell. We're walking. I'm carrying my heavy ass bag with all my shit in it. Pissed the hell off. Greg is starting to come down from his high. So he's not feeling the walking either. He hasn't changed clothes the whole trip. His shoes are wet because for some reason he went into the ocean with his shoes and socks on. So his shoes are wet. He hasn't changed clothes. He's starting to come down off his high. He's not happy. I'm not happy. So during our walk, a guy on a bike, you know, the people with the bikes with the seats in the back, the bike that's towing the seats in the back that you can pay to ride with. He sees us walking with our army bags because Greg loaned me an army bag and he had his army bag. He says, hey, where you guys headed? We tell him we're headed to the Greyhound station. Greg comes up with the most beautiful lie I've ever seen. He tells him that we're headed to basic training. The guy says, oh, really? I'm a veteran myself. Why don't you guys hop on back and I'll give you a ride? I look at Greg. Greg is in full hitchhiker mode. He's got the lie of the century going. I'm keeping quiet because I know nothing about what these people are talking about. I didn't want to break the lie, so I just shut up. So the guy finally gets us to the Greyhound. Greg gives him whatever few dollars he had. I felt really bad, but I had no money, so there was nothing I could do for the guy. As I lay back in my seat, all I could do was thank God that this was finally over. I closed my eyes. Finally, it was over. Finally, it was over. And then I was woken up by the brightest light I've ever seen in my life. In my head, I said, this can't be anybody but the Lord shining heaven's light down on me, waking me up like this. And then I heard that voice. Let me see your ID. I wake up. I look at the gentleman asking for my ID. I look around the bus and see that there's about 3 or 4 more of him in these green uniforms that I do not recognize. And he's shining a bright ass light in my eyes After the crazy weekend I just had, I look outside the window and see that they're checking all of our bags also. So without thinking, without recognizing who these people are, without any kind of respect, without any kind of kindness, I say, let me see your fucking ID. Who the hell are you? Then I look at his shirt and it says Immigration Patrol or something like that. Border Patrol, something like that. And then I realized who they were. They were looking for illegal immigrants from Mexico. 2 and 2 clicked. And before I even realized what I was saying, I said, do I look fucking Mexican to you? I'm black. I'm American. Let me see your fucking ID. You're the only Mexican I see here. Then I say, matter of fact, get that fucking light out of my face and leave me the hell alone. And I turned over and went back to sleep. Later on, I was informed that these people could have easily took me to jail. They could have beat me down. They could have ruined my whole trip back home. As I'm faking sleep, I'm looking at him through the corner of my eye. His face was priceless. He obviously has never encountered something like this. He had his light. He was looking at me. He put it down slowly. He looked at his partners, and then he just slowly walked away. And he did a couple double takes. Rude motherfuckers. Just rude. This trip changed my life. From that day on, I will not even leave the house unless I have enough money to catch a cab back to where I left from. Well, that's all I got for you guys. It was a crazy trip, but I made it home safe. And here we are, together, enjoying this crazy story. We're about to hit 200 subs. I couldn't be happier. I did not expect this channel to start moving at the rate it's moving, but I love you guys. Thank you to everybody who follows me. Thank you to everybody who takes the minute out of their day to watch my videos. And I hope you guys all have a happy New Year, because right now at this second, it's 1 hour till New Year's and I'm at work recording this for you guys. So happy New Year. I love you guys, and make sure if you're new, like, comment, and subscribe, because I'm doing this for you. I'm doing this for you. You people, help me. Subscribe, like, leave me a comment, do something.